everybody, it's Robin, the Lady Biker. Hey, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new, thank you for stopping by today, and be sure to click the subscribe button and the bell so you know when all the new content is coming out. And guys, if this is not your first trip here, thank you so much for coming back. Oh, I better watch my speed. Alright, it is Friday afternoon, and have had enough of the computer, and we have officially hit what is called June gloom here in Santa Barbara. You can see, because where we are, the Pacific Ocean is so close to the mountains, we get socked in with fog pretty heavy. And it's June, and it's like, last time I looked, I think 63 degrees. So I am definitely riding in full leathers. But I thought I would, as I was making this run up here while we're looking for a little bit of sun, I thought I would share with y'all a little bit about what I've been doing. And one of the things that I am a big proponent of is practicing your skills. And not just getting out and getting on the highway or getting on a road. It's more, anytime I've ever seen an issue, most of the time it is usually in a parking lot. So being able to control your bike, especially in very, very slow maneuvers and tight turns, is one of the biggest skills that we have to work on to maintain. Now, about, I don't know, 7 weeks ago or so, one of my early videos on my channel, I talked about motorcycle drop guards. And moving from a Softail at my 2002 Fat Boy up to my girl here, Scarlett, it was a big jump to go from the Softail frame to the touring frame. And when I first got her, I was so scared of dropping her and damaging some of her, her hard bags or the engine guards and whatnot. And I came across a company through a friend of the family called Motorcycle Drop Guards. Go ahead and check in the description below. I got a link to his site down there. So it's a really cool site. And what it is, as you can see down there on my guard, they have parts that go on the guards and also one that goes under the primary. So if you take your bike down, in most situations where you will put one down, you're not going to damage your bike. It's going to protect the bike in the very expensive, because it becomes extremely expensive to replace those bars. So I went out, and well, at the time I was also in the first video, you get a little clip of me practicing. Here, let me show you that. This was me about This was me about, I don't know, 9 weeks ago. And, practicing getting into those turns and being able to do it. Part of the issue I was still having at the time was, what are they doing here? Oh, thank you, mister, letting us get by. One of the other issues was I was still riding on a stock seat. And about a month ago, I got a super reach seat. I ordered one from Harley. Oh, it has made a huge difference. So having these two things, one, a seat that puts me in the correct riding position, and two, having these drop guards has made me a much more competent rider, because one, I can control the bike better, and two, I know that if I drop her while I'm practicing, really the worst thing that's going to happen is I may have to spray paint the guards, and then I have to pick her up. And actually, that's a good idea for another video, is to do a video on how to pick these things up. So let me show you that, a little bit of a clip of what I was doing there. so, oh, I sure hope that once we clear the top of this pass, we can clear out of this fog. Going back to what I was saying, it really having these two things on my bike, one that gives me a much better feel of what the bike is doing and where the bike is, but also having the guards on there so I don't worry about damaging my bike has made a huge difference. Where before I would have never done a turn in a city street, a U-turn. I would have definitely sought a parking lot or said, ooh, what is going on with all this traffic? Looks like we are going to be going slow until we get to our next passing lane. Part of the fun of riding in mountain roads. But not only do I have a better feel of the bike, and now they're protected, I'm not worried about doing those U-turns, and I can do them now because I know that even if I drop her, it's gonna be okay. And so if this, especially if you're a new rider, but even experienced riders, these are skills that if we don't practice, we're gonna lose them. And so it's always important to get out and practice your ride, practice your skills, your emergency stops, your U-turns, your making a tight right or left turn. And the tight right turns are still a challenge for me. Oh, I think I have seen more than one horror movie that started out just like this, riding into the fog. It's a little creepy. And everyone is slowing down accordingly. I can applaud that. So definitely, if this is not something that's part of your normal riding, it really should, at least once every week or 2 weeks, get in a parking lot and just practice. See if you can turn around inside of 3 parking spaces. You know, it's never a bad skill to practice, and it definitely can take care of you in an emergency situation down the road. So, if I can find some sun here for you guys, I will share it. But if not, have a great weekend, guys. Get out and ride, have fun, be safe, and I'll catch you on the next video.